Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. What we have here is a 2018 Murry with a 625 EXI. This came in from one of my customers who's a landscaper. He's a single man operation. I thought this was one of his working stock, but he said he had found it. So he wanted it fixed or traded it in, so I'm in the process of fixing it. So I've already started messing with this thing, discovered some abnormalities. I had showed you the blade on this when we first looked at it. I didn't know the adapter was shattered, so it would have been freewheeling on the shaft, the keyways somewhere in southwest Florida. So you could see the blade, most likely the original blade. Here's another 21 inch. You can get a reference point of how much meat is worn away. So when I saw this, I thought, catastrophic strike. What does the keyway on the flywheel look like? So I pulled that off and it was dead on. No issue up here. The adapter took the full force of whatever was struck. And it looks like there was many strikes over the life of this machine. So I kind of looked at the fuel, took a sample. I didn't really see anything but debris. Maybe it's outdated. So this thing starts, it just has no power. So I'll start it for you. You can hear it run, and then we're going to put it on the table and do a carb clean. So I've eliminated some of the questions about running by making sure the keyway was not compromised. And I wanted to start out with a fresh blade just because if it did start, this thing would have been unbalanced, but it wouldn't have done anything actually. I didn't know it at the time. But with that keyway broken, it just would have dead wheeled. Didn't know it till I took off the blade and saw the huge hunk of metal missing from the adapter. So I was going to tie up the handle, but I'm just going to start it. Oil's a little bit overfilled. I had looked at that. So you'll hear what this sounds like. So let me wheel it up to the table and I'll come and get you. We'll do a quick carb clean, see if it solves the issue, and then I'll tell them to retrieve this. I'm going to just tie up the handle in case we got to do anything else. I've got everything, I think, over here to disassemble this thing. You're all over here alone. Let me get you. Maybe I'll put you somewhere like this. So not a bad find for him if he got this on the side of the road. The nuts for the handle here are not right. So I'll probably give him a new set of Arnold knobs. The knobs here, that's not how it should go. Those go to something else. going to remove, see, I kicked you. Got to figure out if this is going to work. Remove the recoil. I got to take the tank off and drain that. No oil changes. Check and add 625 EXI. Hope you're doing well. Beautiful day in Southwest Florida, taking advantage of this mild weather. Okay, put that there. New air filter. I wonder if they thought a new air filter was going to cure that broken adapter. I see that a lot. People put new spark plugs on, but they'll have a quart of water in the gas tank. You know what I mean? Wishful thinking. Let me switch over to the impact. So I got a clean bleach container. I'm going to pour the gas into that just to have a looky look. Okay, I'll take the whole thing off as one. Once the carb's off the intake tube, I'll just start twisting these linkages, or twist the carburetor till the linkages come off at the Z-bends. I also went through the valves on this. The valves were loose. I wanted to eliminate that possibility of a running issue with out of tolerance valves. So I did make an adjustment there. So we're down to the carburetor. And we just pull. Just knock some dirt into the container. Mostly want to see if there's any water. I really couldn't find any on my sampling I already did. A lot of debris I can see right now. Keep shaking and baking, and then we'll get the fuel that's in the bowl, see if that's contaminated. No water, just a lot of snot. So we'll check it again once I put the bowl water in, the toilet bowl water. Just debris. I'll go ahead and break that apart right now and see. Maybe we have a partially blocked jet. Okay, where's my Stanley number 20? Put it in that little crack and twist, get myself an air gap, and try like the Dickens not to spill it on the table. I want to examine it. Okay, it didn't look too bad. Could have just been borderline crappy aged out fuel. I don't see any droplets down there. My main jet's open. I'll pop the cartridge anyhow and see if there's anything inside. Okay, screwdriver. Okay, secondary's open as well. There's no blockage there. So I'm crossing my fingers that this fuel was the issue. A little bit. That was me with my dirty fingers, but up here, that debris was not me, because I can see. Okay, let me start blasting with some compressed air. Dirty fingers left debris. Okay, my air hose is not cooperating. Let's go. Okay, we'll start with the bowl. Get rid of this gas. I've got fresh Wawa gas behind me. I'll do a little blasting over here. Since I don't think this thing was sitting very long, I'm not going to take the needle out. Sometimes you do it. If it's a metal needle, it's a bunch of crust on it. This is a plastic one, and I can see there's no buildup. A lot of times, if they're so crusty, you can't even get them out. They're stuck like a hockey puck. Dirty fingers. So this might be a quickaroo. Okay, the bigger screws with the washer head go on the bowl. They're longer and wider to keep the bowl secure. Switch the DeWalt to forward. Okay, that's on. Let me face you forward. If I've got a 10 here, I may go ahead and tighten up the head bolts. I didn't do that yet. It was on my mind, but I got sidetracked. 10 millimeter. I've got an extension out here. Otherwise, I'll just do the best I can without an extension. Yeah, I got an extension. Start up at any corner, little tighty, go to the opposite corner. Okay, that one's loose. Go to the top here. That one was tight. And then the bottom corner. That was pretty good. Somebody had changed the plug also. Brand new NGK. It didn't have a speck of carbon on it. So plug and filter, somebody tried to save this machine. They were running over something like rocks for the last several years. Maybe they used it to carve tombstones. Okay, so that's on. Choke linkage is free and clear. Let me take the choke wafer and open it full open. Okay, it's not rubbing against the bracket. Okay, let's keep plowing ahead. I'm going to blast out the gas tank with some compressed air just to get any of that moisture that may be in here. Normally, I'd go on to another project, sit this on the hood of my CRV and let the sun heat it up and evaporate any moisture. You may think, oh, you'd put that on your vehicle's hood. Well, the paint on that CRV has been gone for years, which doesn't bother me. It's got 207 on it, 207,000 miles, and runs fine. So you'd be the last one in the parking lot somebody'd want to steal. I see that and say, damn, that thing's rough. I'd be pushing that thing home. I'm not going to steal that. That's asking for trouble. Double trouble. Plus, I got the back seats folded down. I carry all my crap in the back. It's a crap carrier. Not an aircraft carrier. It's a crap carrier. Okay, something's off here. Something isn't lined up on the bracket. So this has happened to me before. So what we do is start over. Give the carb a twist. Okay, I think that was it. Yeah, we got it now. I can see they're all open. Yes, I do have my battery powered pump, but I'm too lazy to bring it out. So I'll be extremely careful, put enough in to cover the bottom of the tank. That's plenty. Plenty of highly flammable material. Okay, let's do the recoil. And I'll just deal with the overfillage on the oil. It's not extremely overfilled. So I got to give you the Murry model number. The engine serial is 18010956670023. And the model is 11 Alpha dash Bravo 2 Bravo 6758. Manufactured by MTD, beautiful Cleveland, Ohio. Serial number 1 Bravo 138 Kilo 00948. Murry is a registered trademark. Made in USA from US and Global Components. Well, I'll be. Let me see if I can read the engine ID. I can. It was built January 9th, 2018. So they had New Year's hangovers when they made this. The model 093 Juliet 02-0113 Frank 1. 093 Juliet 02-0113 Frank 1. Okay, let's move this into open territory. Yeah, I'm gonna break your leg eventually. Let me back you up. So hopefully this thing does what it should, and I can call this guy and say, hey, you got a new piece of equipment for your inventory. Or maybe he'll sell it to his neighbor or whatever the case may be. So I'm thinking $60 if it works. Since I got the adapter blade, 60 would be a good deal. Usually I do 60 for just a carb clean. I had to add some parts to this turd. Okay, so fuel, aged out fuel. Didn't see any blockage when we looked at what came out of the carb. There was no blockage there, but it must have been borderline fuel, aged out fuel. Just wasn't running good. Put fresh Wawa non-ethanol and thing purrs like a mountain lion in northern Colorado. Okay, that's all I got for you guys. This turned out good. I'll call him and say, hey, you're going to be pleased with this machine. Bring me large sums of money and you can have it back. You guys tip your waitress and wait staff. Adios, amigos. Thanks.